There are those who sail the seas of Gordath Prime. That's a world of winding canals and coral atolls, a world bathed in the lavender twilight of its two suns. And yet some call Captain Rithkar the Star Sailor. Tonight, he stands at the rail of his ship, the Vorn's Fang, preparing to sail the void. It is an extraordinary ship, almost as much a legend as the man at the helm. Built of voidwood, it has sails the color of sunset and carries a crew of 8. Some are tall and reptilian, Dravathi like him, and some are bug-like Trass or human smugglers from the Edge colonies. There's even one silent cyborg, so damaged that no one dares to speak his name. Their course takes them to the shattered expanse, a belt of drifting stone fragments that were once the moon Valthros. Few dare to venture here. Those who do come back changed, haunted by what they saw, which may be why the Vorn's Fang flies no flag. They sail in the direction of the largest of the planet's 5 moons. It glimmered like an ivory coin against the dying light of the twin suns. Far beyond, the gas giant Gordath hung in the heavens, its crimson bands twisting endlessly. There are those who say it is a silent witness to all that happens in the expanse. Legends claim that Valthros was destroyed not by natural forces, but by the wrath of an ancient being that devoured worlds and feasted on suns, the star Leviathan. Yet it is precisely there, in the debris field, that Rithkar seeks the obsidian sigil, an artifact of untold power. If anyone can find it, it should be him. Rithkar is known throughout the cluster for his courage, cunning, and ruthlessness. He is a veteran of 100 campaigns, and his yellow-scaled face bears the marks of both age and battle. The wind caught the sails above, and the ship creaked, but the air carried no scent of salt. The Vorn's Fang sails the void between worlds. Their course through the upper thermosphere is charted by the constellations and the currents of an energy that flows throughout the universe. Their destination, the shattered expanse, drifts like a shroud across the face of the moon, hiding it from view. A chill wind whispers across the deck, tugging at Rithkar's hunting cloak. Years ago, his home colony on Gorgath's sister world, Harithvel, had been burned to ash by the Crimson Armada, a band of human-led raiders who enslaved Dravathi and stripped their lands bare. Rithkar's mate and broodlings had been lost in that fire. Since then, his every breath had been dedicated to a single purpose, finding a weapon strong enough to erase the Armada from existence, and the obsidian seal is said to be that weapon. It was forged in the first days of the galaxy by the artisans of the Precursor Throne. Only 3 are known to have existed, and none are believed to survive. Except tonight, Rithkar believes he can feel its presence in the debris field, calling to him like a beacon. The Vorn's Fang cuts silently through the darkness, its sails shimmering with the pale blue glow of the ether currents. Below, the fragments of Valthos spin slowly, lit by the ghostly reflection of Gordath's storms. There are those who say the Leviathans sleep among these rocks. Rithkar knows he is close to the truth of that saying. Suddenly, a tremor runs through the ship, like the low hum of a predator's growl before the strike. Above, the mists part, revealing a sliver of the endless dark. Then something emerges from the void, too large to be a ship, too solid to be a meteor. It is alive. The star Leviathan, the ancients called it. The Dravathi called it the Devourer. Others whispered of a star-eating monster, a creature born before the dawn of the galaxy, a living sun, a god. It is larger than any vessel Rithkar has ever seen, its body a colossal mass of armored plates and tendrils of cosmic matter, each one shimmering with the faint light of distant galaxies trapped within its hide. Its eyes are twin abysses, black holes gazing directly into the soul. A cold terror grips his crew. The Leviathan's gaze falls upon the ship. Fear chokes the air. It isn't hunger that draws the beast from its slumber. It is curiosity. The Leviathan is ancient and inscrutable, and its attention is a rare and terrible honor. For a moment, Rithkar fears the creature will crush them like a bird taking flight. Instead, it drifts closer, revealing something clutched within its tendrils, a shard of black crystal etched with runes that pulse like a heartbeat, the obsidian seal. But how do you bargain with a creature that predates language? Rithkar knows he must speak to the beast telepathically, but to do that, he needs to know what it thinks. He reaches out, sending tendrils of his own consciousness toward the creature. The Leviathan recoils as if stung, then relaxes, allowing Rithkar a glimpse into its mind. It is a torrent of sensations and images, overwhelming and alien. Then comes understanding. The creature is curious about the ship and its inhabitants. It wants to know why they have come to its domain. Rithkar shows it images of his own, of Gorgath Prime, and the crew of the Vorn's Fang, of his mate and his broodlings, and finally, of the Obsidian Seal. The Leviathan seems pleased by what it sees. It agrees to trade the seal for something of equal value. In the Dravathi language, the word for deal is also the word for curse. Perhaps tonight, Rithkar thinks, is not a night for bargains. But he cannot go back now. He shows the Leviathan images of his past, of his victories and defeats, of his losses, and finally, of his plan for the future. He will use the seal to destroy his enemies, then return the Leviathan the seal, along with his life. To his surprise, the creature seems to like the story. It reaches out, its touch surprisingly gentle, and lays the seal down on the deck of the Vorn's Fang. The crew look to their captain, their faces tight with fear and anticipation. Rithkar steps forward and picks up the seal. It is impossibly heavy, yet somehow lighter than the burden it represents. It is a promise, a weapon, a curse. As he holds it in his claws, he feels the echoes of its past, memories of another time when it was wielded by another hand. There are those who say the obsidian shards sing with the voices of their previous owners, a siren song of power and pain. Rithkar closes his eyes and listens, drinking in the forbidden lore, learning the secrets of the seal, learning how to use its power. The Leviathan watches, its immense mind reaching out to touch his. It does not speak, but Rithkar understands. You have taken what you wanted, dragon. Now leave before you change your mind. It warns him of the dangers of wielding such power, of the toll it will take on his soul. But Rithkar is undeterred. He knows that he is playing a dangerous game, that he is treading a path from which there is no return. But he is willing to pay the price. His enemies have taken everything from him. Now he will take from them the one thing they value above all else, their lives. The Vorn's Fang turns from the expanse, sails billowing with unseen power. The obsidian seal pulses in Rithkar's hands, thrumming with the latent energy of 1,000 collapsed stars. The crew looks to him, their faces a mix of awe and fear. Rithkar knows that he has changed them, that he has irrevocably altered the course of their lives. But he is not sorry. He has what he came for, and now his vengeance can begin. Gorgath Prime is a world of winding canals and coral atolls, a world bathed in the lavender twilight of its two suns. The waters are warm, the air is sweet, and the people are beautiful, or so the legends say. For Rithkar, it is a world of ash and memory, a world he left behind a lifetime ago. The obsidian seal rests on the deck of the Vorn's Fang, nestled among the tools and weapons of the crew. It is a constant reminder of the price Rithkar has paid, a price that will one day be due. But for now, he has other concerns. The Crimson Armada is out there somewhere, sailing the black seas of space, preying on the weak and innocent, and Rithkar intends to hunt them down, one ship at a time. The Vorn's Fang cuts through the void like a knife through butter, propelled by the very essence of the stars themselves. At its helm, Rithkar stands tall, his eyes fixed on the horizon, waiting for the day when the Armada meets their end.